All right, so welcome to this section. We'll be going through S3 Lab. So in this video, I'll taking you through the process of how to create an S3 bucket, upload website content to your S3 bucket, which what's it called? This will serve as a web hosting option, and we'll be viewing the website content via the web. All right, good. So to get started, so at the end of this lab, the objectives are that you will be able to create an S3 bucket on your own. You'll be able to upload content to the S3 bucket and enable public access to to your S3 bucket objects and view your static websites online. So to get started, so log into your AWS account and navigate to the S3 homepage. So I can come here, go to storage and click on S3, or I can simply type S3 in this search bar. So while that is loading, so then click on create bucket. So our bucket name, this will be our bucket name. And note for S3, for the naming principle, a bucket name must be unique globally. No two buckets in AWS, not just within your account, but across the AWS organization, across the AWS system. No two buckets are the same. Just like websites, you can't have two websites that have exactly the same name. Either one letter is different from is different from the other, right? So in this case, this will be the tag, but then the change we're making here is that this X, replace it with the first two or three letters of your name, just to ensure that it is unique, right? Yeah, so we are using my website, hyphenex.com. And so go to S3. So your interface might be a little different, but then wherever I see it, just look for where you can click on create buckets. So bucket's name, and give it a name. So let's say, let me just give it stacking. All right, cool. Then the region, I'm working in EOS 2. I want my stuff to be within the EOS 2. So select EOS 2. The access control, want it to be ACL enabled. And what this simply means is that if you disable my access control lists, that means I will be the only one, like, what's it called? Yeah. Access to this bucket, access to the content, to the object, will only be owned by, these accounts. Any other person that wants to have access to it, I will need to define a policy to grant access. But if I should make it public, so that means an IAM user from another AWS account can either drop object into this bucket. All right, cool. So graphic ownership, same thing. The buckets owner. And what this simply means also is that inside this bucket, if anybody should drop any content within this bucket, which meaning the objects, so the files or anything you drop inside this bucket, who should own it? Is it the creator of the bucket, that's the bucket owner, or the person who modify the buckets, added content to it? So in this case, we want it to be the bucket owner. So it's the owner that has a full control to all the objects within it. Then, so in this case, the objective of this is to host a website, and our website must be accessible by anybody via the web. So it has to be public. So by default, public access is blocked. So since we want it to be accessed via the web, I turn it off. That means I'm allowing public access and I acknowledge it. And I can enable versioning. So versioning, that means it's keeping a copy of every file so that you don't, should in case you accidentally delete a file, you still have a copy you can restore from. So you can either enable or disable depending, but for now, I don't need it. The encryption, leave it as default, then click on create bucket. All right, good. So let me just search for it. My first. Okay, yeah. So this is what I just created, right? So I have a list of buckets since it's another account, but for you, definitely you have just a single bucket here. So I click on the bucket I just created. So we've done that, we created a bucket. So now let's upload content. Let's upload. So there's a dummy website that we provided for you. Click on this link to direct it to. So download the folder. And once you download the folder, you will need to unzip it. You will need to unzip it. So website content, that's the name of the folder. You have two other folders, website one, website two. All right, so we are working with the website one. These are the contents within it. So now let's upload the files and the folders into our buckets. All right, so this is my bucket. So I'm under objects. I click on upload. Then click on add files. So I can select all these files. So I can select multiple files instead of putting one after the other. So I can easily highlight the files. So the files first before, what's it called? I can't select a file and the folder, but I'm uploading the files to the files. Else, I use the add folder option. So I've selected add files. Click on upload, click on add files. So yeah, so you select the files, click on open, then click on the permission to allow public access. Permission, grant public access. Yeah, and understand the rates. I'm sure you already understand why we are making it public rates. So it can be accessed via the web. So wait for a while for this to be uploaded. All right, so upload successful. So next is, so there are still some contents of the folder of my website, right? Which, uh, so these are the files, the HTML files, but then there's still other contents that I need to upload. I click on upload and I click on folders. So let's upload the folders. So these are the folders remaining. And in this case, I am unable to select multiple folders to upload at once as compared with when I when I was uploading the files. So I need to do it one after the other. So click on click on the folder at time. And click on that folder. So I navigate back, upload, then click on that folder and navigate back, images, and click on that folder. There's a final folder, the JS folder, upload. All right, so these are the folders I'm uploading. Then also permission, grant public access, then acknowledge and upload. So this might take a while, allow it to finish. All right, so it has been successfully uploaded. And click on close. So if we check our buckets, you'll see the files are there. All right, good. So done that, we successfully uploaded. So task 4 now, let's enable static web hosting on our bucket so that we can view our website. Now, so to do that, still on your within Autobot desktop buckets, go to properties. So I'm still within my bucket, properties, then scroll down to static web hosting. Yeah, so you can see it's currently disabled. So I click on edit and I enable it. So I'm hosting a static website. So the index file leave it as index, which is the default page. That's the default page of the website. So leave it as leave everything else as default. All right, so we've done that. I'll save that. Next, let's go check our websites. So I should copy this link, this static webs, the website endpoint, and I paste it in my browser. I should be able to see the web page. Good, good. So this is my web page, so I can easily host my static website. So clarifying the word static. So static means it doesn't change. If 10 users are viewing these websites, they will see the same content. If they should view it the next day, they will see the same content. It's not changed. Like if you have multiple users viewing the website at that particular time, they will be seeing the same thing. As compared with a dynamic website, say like Facebook right now, your feed, your timeline is different from another person's timeline. That's dynamic, it is changing. But for a static website, it doesn't change. So we can use our S3 bucket to host a static website. Yeah, so we've done that. I'm able to view my website. But should in case you have error, which means that your bucket objects have not been made public, probably you skip a step. You can correct it by what's it called? So I can come back here. I can go to the home page. My first, let me filter based on that. Okay. Then, so I can select everything, click on actions, make public using SEO. Yeah, so make public. So with that, you'll be able to see what's it called. You can refresh your endpoints, you'll be able to see your website. All right, good. So now you can make some simple changes. Let's delete some website content and see. Let's delete the images folder and let's see what happens. Plus objects, images. So this images folder, let me delete. If I should delete the images folder, let's see what happens. So am I sure that's why it's asking me to type permanently delete? Yes, delete objects. Successfully deleted. So I come back to my website, let me refresh. As you can see, the images are gone. Yeah, so basically that's just like any modifications to it, it will definitely affect. So you can re-upload the images folder, re-upload the images folder and refresh your website. So once you are done with this, let's clean up. Let's clean up. Let's clean up. So to clean up, just select select the let's delete the object. Okay, let me show you this. So if you want to delete a bucket that still has content inside of it, it won't, it will allow it to instruct you to empty it first. So this is a bucket, so if I click on delete, it's saying the bucket is not empty, so I need to delete all object purchase. So let me, yeah. So either I go through this or I first go delete all the objects before I delete the bucket. So I empty the buckets, then I now delete. All right, so that will be the end of this lab. All right, so that will be the end of this lab. See you in the next lab.